This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
And just think about that for just a minute. We're going to interact with you live on the show. Well, the radio show does that. You listen, we talk, that's the end of it, right? Oh, no. Not here on the Experience Pros.
Lots of interaction going on. Follow us on Facebook. We've got our Facebook Live open. You can chat with us there. Ann Hogan chatted with us during the last segment.
Right.
Ann, thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Love that.
Today. You can always chat with us, ask us questions. Even long after the show is over, we're always checking on our social media accounts. Let us know how we can inspire you today. We talked a little bit a couple weeks ago about closing up loose ends. December's a great month to tie up loose ends.
Absolutely.
You think about relationships that you have. If there's somebody you haven't been in touch with, this is a great time to send little note cards of people you've not been in touch with, connect with people, take care of your health, tying up loose ends. It's also time to close out your company's books for the year, right?
Yep.
Depending on your company, it might involve looking through the entire year's worth of transactions, making sure everything's properly categorized, adjusting entries that didn't make it into your books, and reviewing everything, making sure that it balances and ties out. Now, hire a bookkeeper is my very first tip.
Absolutely.
For all of this.
Because you're not.
You're not a professional. And you have to think about, what is it? The 524 rule. Are you familiar with the 524 rule?
Remind me.
The 524 rule for time management. If you were a millionaire.
Yeah, which everybody wants to be.
And you need to create millionaire habits instead of broke habits.
Right.
And millionaire time management habits instead of broke time management habits.
Okay.
A millionaire's overall accounting, your hourly rate would be $524 an hour.
Oh. So if whatever it is that you're wanting to have done falls below the $524 an hour, which is your rate because you're a millionaire,
right?
Outsource
it.
All right.
Delegate it. So here's other things, properly closing your books. And of course, you'll go over this. Your bookkeeper will go over this with you, but it'll help you avoid accidentally recording a transaction in the wrong year.
Oh, no. Don't do that. That can have serious ripple effects for the future, both in accounting taxes as well as other things. My stomach just went into knots.
It'll help you accurately account for your financial activities from the year.
All right.
Help you figure out balances that will carry forward. If you've got debts in place, if you owe somebody money, pay them out before the end of the year, before the clock strikes midnight.
Start building fresh financial reports for the new year on January 1.
Don't carry all that baggage, those accounting mistakes, accounting issues over into the new year. It's kind of like closing out your calendar. Right. It's closing out your marketing plan. It's shoring up for the new year so that you get to start fresh with this clean slate.
Yep.
Plus, if you organize all the revenue and expenses, we have to do that for our income statement for the year. So we can pass that off to our accountant. And according to Golden Group, they are certified public accountants. They say if your books are not properly closed,
right,
you won't be able to generate accurate reports. This is kind of a duh moment, right?
I hate it when that happens.
But, we had to say it, and there's a reason they say this.
Because people don't.
They don't. They'll help you calculate your bottom line, determine your taxable income. Also, if you have board meetings and financial audits and investor presentations.
I'm bored at most meetings.
You are bored at most meetings. We're working on that.
I know.
We're working on that. I'm going to give you back the marker. As long as Eric can write on the whiteboard, he's not bored. No, I took it away, and now he's bored at the meetings.
You make fun of me and the marker, so I don't like using it anymore. All right, so you really do. You got to get everything together: your audits, your investor presentations, all of it. Get it taken care of by a professional. And hire. We've got some great resources in the Experience Pros Network ready to take care of all of this. I don't want you spending your holidays. I don't want you spending your weekends, your evenings taking care of this. It has to get done. But Eric, you have a phrase. It's not my job to do everything. It's my job to make sure that everything gets done.
When did you adopt that phrase?
Probably when I was about 22 years old. I was a restaurant manager.
Not my job to do everything. It's my job to make sure everything gets done. And so put on your CEO hat, put on your corporate hat. I know as a business owner, we wear lots of them, and take off, fire yourself from this job. Figure out how much revenue you need to create in order to delegate this out and outsource it. Now, you're not going to have to outsource it for as many hours as you're putting into it.
No, because you're slow, because it's not your thing.
It's not your thing, right? You're not the expert at this. It's going to take you twice as long, maybe even 3 times longer, and it won't be done as well as when you hire out. So figure out how many clients, how much revenue you need to bring in so you can fire yourself from wearing the bookkeeping and accounting hat in your business. There's a lot of tax laws. There's a lot of rules. Let somebody else who is up on all of that take care of your books for you. So as you close out the books for this year, get it all set up. Make sure you're paying off those debts. You're tying up any loose ends, connecting with the people you need to connect to. Don't take your baggage into the new year, or we just start behind the 8 ball.
When it comes to outsourcing things, friend Carla Swanigan said it probably the best, at least the most memorable that I've heard it recently.
What's that?
Be you, boo-boo. She says, be you, boo-boo. She's from Mississippi.
Okay.
And if you try to spell it out in my pronunciation, you'll never make it. She says, be you, boo-boo. Be the best you that you can be. You got into the business of making cookies because you make great cookies. You're not a good accountant.
It's a hard one. And especially as that small business owner, we're wearing all those hats and we think that we have to do it all. But really what ends up happening is we are removing our ability to create revenue, to really be the rainmaker for our business, because we're tied up in administrative duties. We're doing things that really aren't moving the bottom line. And we feel it's because we don't have enough money. Well, you don't have enough time. You don't have enough time to really be the CEO or the sales generator for your company if you're doing your accounting, your bookkeeping.
Yeah, you don't have enough money because you're doing all the hats. You're going to stop wearing all the hats, pay the person who can do it half the time, quarter of the time, and go out and make that rain.
Make that rain.
Be you, boo-boo.
Be you, boo-boo. Is boo-boo just like her slang?
I think it is. It's like just be you.
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute. You be you, right? My friend says you do you be you, and let everybody else do their expertise. What is the number one thing that that only you can do in your company? When you think about your gifts, your talents, there's one core service that you bring to the company. What is that number one core thing that only you can do? And when you figure that out, the thing that brings in the most revenue or inspires the team to go out, are you the encourager? Are you the inspirer? Are you the button pusher? Are you the motivator? Are you the salesperson? What's that one thing that you do? Figure out that and make sure 80% of your time is focused on that activity alone.
There you have it right there. We'll be back with more positive business talk right after these messages. You're listening to Angel Tussey and Eric Kramer. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.